everyone. It's Morah Julie, and welcome to my home. I invited you here today to get ready to do something about the holiday of Passover that's coming up very soon. I got up today and I looked at my calendar and realized that Passover is on its way. Let's sing some songs without delay. For some, you'll know a song or two. For some, they might be very new. So join me and please sing along. We'll share the story through some songs. A long, 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 long time ago in the land of Egypt, the poor Jewish slaves had to work so hard under the Pharaoh's mean rule. They worked day, they worked night. They really were not allowed to rest. And so let's begin our story with the Jewish slaves working so hard. Take out your hammers. We're going to work. Bang, 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 hold your hammer low. Bang, 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 give a heavy blow. For it's work, 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 every day and every night. Work, 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 when it's dark and when it's light. Put your hammers down. Get those shovels out. Let's get ready. Dig, 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 dig your shovel deep. Dig, 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 there's no time to sleep. For it's work, 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 every day and every night. For it's work, 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 when it's dark and when it's light. Put down those shovels, get those hammers again, you're not done. Bang, 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 hold your hammer low. Bang, 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 give a heavy blow. For it's work, 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 every day and every night. Work, 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 when it's dark and when it's light. Put the hammer down, get those shovels, and dig, 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 dig your shovel deep. Dig, 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 there's no time to sleep. For it's work, 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 every day and every night. Work, 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 when it's dark and when it's light. Those poor Jewish slaves had to work so hard until a man named Moses, who after speaking to God, went to Egypt, to Pharaoh, and pleaded with Pharaoh and said, Pharaoh, please let the Jewish people go. They worked so hard. And Pharaoh, mean old Pharaoh, he said, no. Oh, listen, oh, listen, oh, listen, King Pharaoh. Oh, listen, please let my people go. They want to go away. They work so hard all day. King Pharaoh, what do you say? And Pharaoh said, no, 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 I will not let them go. No, 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 I will not let them go. And so God punished Pharaoh. 10 times God punished Pharaoh. We call those 10 punishments the 10 plagues. And one of those punishments were those green, hoppy, jumpy frogs. One morning when Pharaoh awoke in his bed, there were frogs on his pillow and frogs on his head. Frogs on his nose and frogs on his toes. Frogs here, frogs there. Frogs were jumping everywhere. And after God punished Pharaoh 10 times, Pharaoh called to Moses and said, Moses, take your people and go. And Moses went and told the Jewish people that they were free and they could go and to pack up whatever they could carry, and they were going to leave the land of Egypt. But before they could go, they needed to make something for them to eat on their travels. And so they thought to make bread. But as we know, they didn't have time for the bread to rise. And so one of the things that we eat on Passover is matzah. And the matzah reminds us of the bread. that the Jewish slaves tried to make before leaving the land of Egypt. Make a matzah, pat, pat, pat. Do not make it fat, fat, fat. Roll it till it's nice and flat. Make a matzah just like that. And the Jewish people took whatever they could carry, and they took their matzah, and they got ready to leave the land of Egypt. And of course, they couldn't take airplanes, and they couldn't take helicopters, and they couldn't take motorcycles, and they certainly couldn't swim all the way across. And so the Jewish people walked and marched out of the land of Egypt and away from mean Pharaoh. March out of Egypt, 1, 2, 3. March out of Egypt, follow me. March out of Egypt, down to the sea. March out of Egypt, we are free. And they got to the other side of the sea and away from Pharaoh and his mean soldiers. And they were so thankful to God and so grateful. And they said, God, had you gotten us out of the land of Egypt and away from Pharaoh, it would have been enough. But God, you gave us the Torah, and God, you gave us Shabbat, and we say, Dayenu. Ilu hoti hotianu, hotianu mi Mitzrayim, hotianu mi Mitzrayim, Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Ilu natan natan lanu, natan lanu, et haTorah natan lanu, et haTorah Dayenu. Sing with me, Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Ilu natan natan lanu, et haShabbat natan lanu, et haShabbat Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. And so many of us will be celebrating our Passover Seder this year in our own homes, possibly on the computer, virtually with family and friends. And one of the things that we do with Seder is have the children ask some questions. There are 4 of them. The first one being about the matzah that we had just talked about. And all of the questions start out with, why is this night different? And of course, this year, it's very, very different. There are many reasons it's different. But we're going to start with just that very first question. And it's about the matzah. Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol halaylot, mikol halaylot, shebechol halaylot anu ochlin chametz umatzah, chametz umatzah, halayla hazeh, halayla hazeh, lo matzah, halayla hazeh, halayla hazeh, kulo matzah. Why is this night different from all other nights? On all other nights, we eat any kind of bread, but tonight we eat only matzah. It's one of the symbols of Passover, of Pesach, that helps us remember the story of the Jewish people being freed from the land of Egypt and Pharaoh's mean rule. Have a wonderful Pesach, a wonderful Passover, everybody, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.